way of doing it for Disney animation. I started to be the voice for all the songs. So then, of course, that goes through 4 or 5 years of writing, rewriting, tearing up the paper, redrawing, etc. And then when the film finally came out in '99, almost that day, they said, we're thinking of taking this to the Broadway stage, would you like to be involved in it? Of course I said yes, because I hadn't done that either, and I like to have a challenge. So, but then we couldn't really work out quite what to do with it, although we wanted to do something with it. So we kind of sat on it for a couple of years, and then I got another phone call saying, fly to London to meet the director of the show, who's Bob Crowley, who's an Irishman, wonderfully talented designer and director, and he designed this stage we're standing on. And one thing led to the other, and we opened in May, and from being a drummer who started playing when I was 5 years old, I've now written a Broadway musical, so it's a long way to come, but that's why I did it, because it was there.
But you were in theatre when you were young, in London.
Yes,
you acted in Oliver, didn't you, as a child, and then you also did it as an adult.
Yeah. When I was 14, I did that.
Right, so you had theatre.
Yes, I've always well, when I was 14, I did this run in what was it then? You're all too young to remember, but it was a big hit show called Oliver, based on Oliver Twist, and I played the Artful Dodger, which required no acting on my part at all. And I did it for 7 months until my voice broke. My voice broke on stage, which was very embarrassing. And so when I was listening to the Beatles and Motown and Otis Redding and John Coltrane, I was also listening to My Fair Lady and West Side Story. You know, theatre's music has always been part of my catalogue of things I listen to. So this isn't too much of a stretch for me, really. Although it is very difficult to do, and it's something that's always been in my background.
Great, thank you. I'm going to open it up for some student questions. If a few of you have questions. In the middle there.
Hi, my name is Shalonte Taylor. I'm from Performing Arts and Technology. And I realized before that you said you like a challenge. My question to you is, what would you say is one of the biggest challenges you ever had to face to get you where you are now?
Well, they kind of occur at different times in your life. I mean, I never wanted to be anything other than a drummer. I started playing drums when I was 5, so I kind of bypassed the astronaut, train driver, Formula 1 driver kind of thing that a lot of kids go through. Footballer, you know, whatever. In this country it might be baseball player, I don't know, you know. I just wanted to be a drummer. And so that's how I grew up. And then of course when I joined lots of different bands, and eventually I joined Genesis when I was 19, Peter Gabriel then left, and we couldn't find another singer, and suddenly it seemed that if we couldn't find another singer, then the band was going to stop. So I said, I'll have a go. And the biggest challenge for me, really, I guess if you go back and see what was the life-changing moment, was coming out from behind a drum kit. If you're behind a drum kit, you hear the band differently. It always sounds better. That's the first thing. And of course you have this whole big security blanket of stuff between you and an audience, you know, and you sort of have to stand out from that. And suddenly there's just you and this. And you suddenly feel very naked. And to me that was a huge challenge for me to actually get used to that and accept that I was now going to have to listen to the band from here with another guy playing the drums. And you know, but every day as you get older you find that if you're lucky, you get offered things, and most of the time the instinct is to say, oh no, if I do that, I might fail. What if I fail? What if I don't do it well enough? And of course that is true, but if you don't ever try these things, you won't ever push yourself and push your envelope to be able to do it, you know. And I've been very lucky that Disney have given me, they've been responsible for 3 big things in my life. One is asking me to do the very first Tarzan movie, which was something that they had a huge amount of success with prior to me doing it. with other films, and I might be the one that messes it up. So that was a challenge to see if I could do it. And then with Brother Bear, they asked me if I would write some score music as well as the songs, which I'd never done before, and I've been trying to do that. So that was a challenge for me to write music for an orchestra. And then, of course, to do this. So they've been very good to me in giving me these challenges, but I urge everybody to grab the challenge if it's offered to you, because I feel it's better to do it and fail occasionally than just to turn away scared and never know whether you're capable of it. You know?
Thank you.
Someone else?
Hello, my name is Sonia from the Urban Assembly of Music and Art. I'm in a songwriting class, and I wanted to know, what do you do when you get writer's block?
Steal it. Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because, you know, you never know when that's going to happen, of course. I write in my little home studio. It's a bedroom, really. And I've sat there for hours, you know, and everything you play sounds the same as something else somebody else has done, sounds the same as something else you've done. And nothing seems to happen, and you've been at it since 10 in the morning, and it's like 5 o'clock, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea or something. You come back, and suddenly something happens, which makes all the time that nothing's been happening worth it, you know. I think there's no way around it other than just hammering away, you know. I mean, there comes a point where you can't hammer away and you have to go to bed, you know. But, I mean, with Another Day in Paradise, for example, that very thing happened to me. I was just, you know, at that particular time, on that particular day, that particular year, I was just hammering away and nothing was happening. And I went downstairs to get a drink, came back upstairs, and then straight away that verse, that chorus, that riff came. And that's all you need. You just need a little bit of a hook to hang your idea on, you know, and then you can just run with it. And I record everything and then go back and sift through. We did it with Genesis. We used to record everything we did and then go back and listen to it. And sometimes there's things that you miss. You know, sometimes there's little gems along the way that you just sort of forget about. And sometimes that can be inspiring too, to go back and listen to the stuff when you think you've hit a block. In fact, you've just gone past some stuff that could have been the beginning of something.
This gentleman?
How you doing? My name is Chris. I'm a recording artist, and I just wanted to know, do you feel like you can ever critique your music too much?
Critique your own music too much? Yeah, but what can you do, you know? I mean, there's sometimes, with me, for example, you know, I'm kind of known somewhat aggravatingly for me. But on the other hand, don't bite the hand that feeds you. I'm known as sort of the guy that does the romantic ballads, you know. So for me, every time I write something that sounds like it's going to be a big hit romantic ballad, I kind of say, I don't want to know about that. Which of course is kind of stupid because I got put petrol in my car the same as everybody else. But I think, you know, you have to critique your own work as much as you can. I mean, because if you don't, you know somebody else is going to do it. And by the time, in my instance, and I'm sure if you record and make music, you know, then by the time you get it to the point where you can play it to other people, you've already edited it. You've already edited out the stuff you think is not good. You've already edited the stuff that you think is derivative. You've already edited out the stuff that's dead weight, you know. And so you're delivering something that you really feel good about and you can stand up against. If you're going to deliver something that you say, yeah, I know, I don't like it either, then you've made a mistake along the line. So I think self-critique